Hi, this is Roger Smith of the True Blue Lounge. Please like and subscribe. Today, again, I have Mr. Trevor Locke talking to me, but this time we'll talk much more about his football career because I didn't delve because I didn't know. But like a lot of these interviews, the people I talk to, I don't actually know personally, and this is my opportunity to get to know them. So without further ado, Mr. Locke, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right.
Good, good, good. Hey, so you wanted to tell some truth about the chapters, so tell us about it.
I just want to put it out there because a lot of people didn't know, but about 1972, the Brooks brothers, myself, and few other guys, we got together in the Bronx. So the Brooks brothers, we're talking about Dalton, Trevor, and Victor. And well, we were all going to school at the time, so we just end up having 3 or 4 meetings. But most of us were working and going to school, so we were too busy.
So what did you was it? Did you call yourself something?
Yeah, Man and Spa Student Association.
Okay, so the name was out there a long time ago. All right, thanks for that
Yeah,
clarification,
I
sir.
just,
Thank you.
maybe you should know about that. And oh, in 1986, I had a little get together with some of my friends. We were thinking of starting the Marlin Spas. They could rehash the Marlin Spas Association, but we uh we met, and that was about that. But I guess a year later, some other folks started a New York chapter
Okay, so they were second.
without reaching out to us. Even though they were at my get together.
Wow.
Yeah,
Why do we do things like that?
I have no idea. But
Is it human nature or is it us?
uh, maybe us.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, so
Uh,
the last time we spoke, you didn't tell me that you were a budding star footballer, Edson Arantes, do Nascimento, Pele for Jamaica, So now we're
budding,
gonna go down that road there, We're gonna go down that
budding.
road. Yeah, yeah. So let me
Yeah.
ask you this: when was your early football love for football? Because you have to love it to be good at it.
Well, we grew up in Frome, and we have everybody grew up in Frome had to play football and cricket or whatever because the sports grounds are there, so they have access to place to play football, and that's how it started.
Okay. So it seems as though there was a lot of footballers from that compound, yes?
Yes,
And why do you
that's
think that
my,
was? Access?
not too, but we're very good. As a matter of fact, I should say one of the best team that we had, the team in 1965. Yeah, we got five starters were from Frome and one reserve was from Frome.
Could you name them for me, please? Because,
Oh, okay, here we go. The goalkeeper was Gregory Miller. Um, Charles Dickinson was the center back, and I was the midfielder, mid player, in the middle. And Horace Levy was the center forward. So you see what's control from Frome from the goalkeeper to the center forward. And we had
okay.
Noel Dickinson, and we had Stibble Ramshaw was a reserve.
So who taught you the game and what we're talking about? You picking it up from Unity type school, that age group, primary
No,
school?
from Georgia, Spain, yeah. You little boys, everybody kick a ball. But my older brother was very good at it. The brother that I follow was good at it. So, yeah.
Any of them better than you, or did you use both their skills and became better than them?
No, I think I was much. Most people see that knows they know that I was better than they are.
So how would you
But,
describe
but
your?
my older brother was a very good cricketer,
Okay, what's his name
Lloyd
and what do they call him?
Pike.
Pike.
Yeah, that's how I got a nickname. Because when I went to Mannings,
Uh huh.
some of the teachers that knew him because some like Jackie. went to school with him, and so they stick the name on me too.
Okay, Pike.
Yeah, yeah. I got one for you. He's the only man that I know. You know the middle building, the middle block that
Yes,
facing
yes.
the cricket field,
Uh huh.
that hit a ball over that building.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he was good.
All right. So, 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 do you agree that the compound and having access produce good football players?
I would think so.
Okay, okay. Just going to show all the affluent people that sometimes it's circumstances why a man that lives in Lennox Bigwoods would never be a good footballer. You know what I mean? Because him live in
Yeah,
a Lennox Bigwoods. there's no flat piece of ground where you can play no football on. You know what I mean?
there you go. But they
But if
play
it,
cricket though.
yes, 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 yes. Kind of we fling stone out for things.
Mango tree.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So, were you watching football a lot in the early days?
Yeah, I used to watch.
I mean, on TV, we are talking about TV or not on TV.
We had TV and in those like well in the '60s, yeah. But before that, I watch the older guys play.
Right. Okay. Oh, over there. Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 So when you went to Manning School as a first former, did they have a program like a football program?
Second for me.
Second form.
Never been the first one. But
Okay. Sorry. We're going back there. So yeah. So
yeah,
when you got the second form,
yeah. They had the junior Coles and the Coles and the senior team. I played in the and the Coles team. They
and it
on
was
the
pretty.
16.
It was pretty organized.
Yeah, not that we're pretty good. Yeah.
Did you have footballs? I mean, I remember going to school where uh, there wasn't an abundance of balls and nets and kit and all them things. So how to
We
manage?
we had football. We had football.
So who sponsored the like when I play a little team? Who sponsored the gears and stuff?
In school, we have to buy our own boots, but the school provide the socks and the uniform.
Did they have to go beg money for?
I have no knowledge of that.
Okay,
All I
okay.
know that
I'm
I
just
got
trying to
my
see politically,
yeah.
was there a situation where the schools were sufficiently looking after these extracurricular programs rather than alumni and Hurry Sinclair
Okay.
or somebody
Yeah.
has spot them.
Yeah. The school did that. School did that.
Okay. I wonder who was
Mhm.
in party them time there. Are the PNP or JLP?
It, Jamaican politics. We started out when
I wanted
we
them. I wanted them. I wanted them.
either one, but it didn't make a difference which party was in power because we got our supplies.
Yes, yes. That's good. That's
Mhm.
good. So, so what sort of teams did you play for? So, were there like when you played under 14,
Under 16,
under
even
16?
though even though I was under 40, but I play on the under 16 team. That's
Okay,
going to
so
show
was
you.
that because you were that good, or that they would put a immature 13-year-old on an under 16 team with 17-year-olds on it?
No, we were good.
Okay,
I was good.
okay. Cool, cool, cool. So with the, in Jamaica, there's this thing about footballers, especially in a small place like Westmoreland, Savlamar. So you're obviously Pike's going to be well known, very well known. How did you manage that stardom that came with being that baller in that dynamic where you're running Westmoreland because you were playing football for maybe Mannings was a big deal at the time.
Well, the competition was there, so that you develop your you want to call it skill at the time.
So what teams did you play
We
at under
play
16?
okay. I give you one. We play against the other high school. Like we play the Cartridge, play Knox, we play Manchester, we play Cornwall, play Rushes. Because most of the high school have it's a junior course and senior course competition.
So how did you guys get from the, there was a designated minibus that took you guys to the matches?
All the school pay for transport. Transport. There were three men that had cars. They take the senior team or they take it, and that's how they transport us at the time.
Okay.
Mr. Brady, Mr. Spence, and Mr. Mack. I don't remember his last name.
Wow. Wow.
Mm.
Wow. Wow.
That's how we
S-
move around.
Okay. So what did you guys? So you went to under 19 after under 16.
Went to senior team after.
So did you win cup or cups at the under 16 and then went up and won cups?
No, no. That time they under 16 one, under 14 the junior coach. They won. But we didn't. The under 16 didn't win any competition, but we won games.
And you had a coach. You're saying, was this like a art teacher turned coach or a coach?
Well, was in my time on the under 16 was the math teacher and the tennis and the Spanish teacher, third coach.
Were they
And
coaches or
the prominent
teachers?
the math teacher at that time before he went to law school was Brown. You remember that lawyer, Mel Brown?
No, I don't. I don't. Sorry.
Uh,
But don't
I
worry,
think
people here will know who you're talking about, man.
oh, okay. Or Mr. Evans, a Spanish teacher. I have a
So
joke
were they?
about him.
So were they coaches that taught, or teachers who are trying a thing for coach?
Teachers that try to take the coach because later on I realized that the coaching prowess wasn't
As good as
what
it
you
could
get
have.
from a good coach.
Right. Right.
That's how they used to pick the team. As a matter of fact, how I made the team. If they know you can run fast, you're playing outside left or outside right or whatever. And they look for the bigger guys to play defense.
Defense.
So the small guys had a harder time making the team, even though we might be better skill. And there's this one guy, oh, I made the team. It's one of the McGregor brothers. He pulled me aside and told me how how they are. So he told me try out for the midfield. So I went and I tried out for the midfield, right half, they call it at the time. And there's this guy, he was one of the man instructors at the time. And he get the ball coming down the wing, but he could not pass me. And it was a joke because every time he come down, I stop him and I take the ball away from him. And that's how I made the team because I was good at stopping him, even though he was faster than I am. He had
Okay.
to try, to kick the ball and get around you, but the sideline is your assistant.
Yep. Keep him out there.
So so that's how I stopped him. He didn't figure that out until after.
What's it? Do you remember his name?
Oh, Patrick Dale, he was a good guy. His nickname was Dollars.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's gonna remember. He's around still.
He's around, but I don't know where he's living. I've not heard that in passing or
Because
anything.
I'd
But
love to hear him tell his story. How him chop the ball and make you run off I feel and all them things. So.
he tried to kick the ball past me and I tried to get around, but I always keep him on the sideline. So to get around, he have to go outside the field.
So
Not that simple.
after school, what did you do as far as football was concerned?
Well, football is only one third of fall, September to December. So apart from Mannings, we play a lot in Frome.
Okay, so
Uh,
you played for a team outside Mannings as well.
After school, I played for the WISCO team, the Frome team.
And who them play? Money Musk and all them other
We
sugar
played
place.
Monmouth, Bernard Lodge, Caymanas, Hamden, Long Pond, on those teams.
And they were
And
good football teams, yeah.
Problem were good because most of the beer tech guys went to Monimus because it's Clarendon.
Okay.
And I'll tell you one thing, and it hadn't changed. All the years that WISCO have been playing, we call it SMA, Sugar Manufacturers Association. And the only time they have ever won it, twice, they won it, 68 and 69. You know who was the captain of the team?
Tell me.
Me.
Yours truly. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
They have not won since. Yeah.
Wow,
Mm,
wow.
mm.
So, what? So you're a midfield player. Were you a good organizer? Were you a lazy midfield player? Meaning you always track back.
I was good. I was good. I wasn't fast, but I have strategy.
Ways to get to them. Ways to get to them. So after
Mm.
you played for Wisco, did you play again?
Yeah, I still play. Well, we had a youth club. This youth club, Seattle started those youth club business. And I know I played for the Frome Youth Club. I played for the I played for Westmoreland also.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
So those times it was hard to. I mean, Jamaican football or nationally wasn't. I probably haven't heard anything about Jamaica till Tapper Whitmore and those guys went to the
Yeah.
World Cup. So what was going on before that, as far as Jamaica's concerned?
Well, it's that's the thing with Jamaica. Most of the teams are made up from guys living in Kingston, St. Catherine, in that area. Or we might hear one and two guys from the country here. But because if you're not there to practice with them, you don't make it.
Yes, yes, yes. And the transport wasn't as easy as it is now.
There you go.
Do you follow football now?
Yeah, that's something. I watch the British Premier League.
So I always have this argument with this one Christopher Nita. He always talking about his La Liga and the Spanish and the this and the that
Yeah. Uh-huh.
and I only watch the British one because I believe if Mbappe wants to show the world how good Mbappe is, he
Yeah,
needs to come to England.
you're right.
Me no
You're
business
right.
with France, Spain, none of them league they no worth nothing. Come
Nope,
play,
that's right. That's right. And it's a faster league than all the other
yeah.
leagues. And
That's
they
why
don't they don't they don't flop so much like the Spanish league.
yep.
You look at him, he fall down, he's raving like he break his leg and
That's why Cristiano Ronaldo, I have respect for him. He went to Man United twice.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so no matter what you want to say about the man, he played English football. I mean, he can even play as a 70-year-old in Saudi Arabia, and when he done, he can play with MLS in America here because no matter all you guys in Jamaica can shirt up for the MLS here because it's a very slow, slow game.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
So, what team do you admire in the British League?
Yeah, I'll tell you a thing. In Frome, because they have a lot of foreigners, you know.
Expats.
So they used to have the British Telegraph, the Daily Mirror, and there's another one. So we used to they used to have that in Frome over the Workers Club. So I used to look at those newspaper and magazine all the time. And for something, I always like Manchester United. I don't know why. I always like that team. And they come in here again. Then when they had York and Cole, I gravitated to them more because this is one team that had more players that look like us.
Yes, yes, yes. So I have to be honest with you, and I tell a lot of people I support Chelsea now, and the only reason is because Marino put 11. I think it was one of them teams. There was like 10 black players on it at one
Yeah,
time. Jose
yeah,
Marino.
yeah. Jose Marino, yeah,
Yeah, and
a great
every
one.
and the gifted, yeah, and every team used to have a striker that would do 20 goals. 20 goals a season was kind of good.
Yeah,
So you'd
mhm,
have the likes of Archibald, Steve Archibald, and Garth Crooks doing 20 goals each. But
yeah.
when Cole and York, those two started, it was amazing. They
Oh,
had speed.
And
It was just a little bit different seeing them.
oh
Because
yeah,
the only time these guys slow down is when them black guys started getting in the defense now. So no, you
yeah,
know, push no ball or run around the black man then because guess what? A
they're
speed for
faster than you.
speed. Yeah, and there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But Man United now go on with nothing in it at the moment. I don't know
No,
what their team is.
they're trying best to hold on. They don't get to the relegation. Yeah.
What do you think is going on there?
I don't. Well, this coach maybe is a little bit different, but the coaches before him were trying to. I don't know what trying to do to the team, but the guys that he were playing, no. And I noticed that he get rid of guys who were good, like and they're doing good where they are right now. So
Yeah,
Juan
Miss
Bissaka, you know,
Rashford especially. Rashford is doing pretty good too.
Rashford is doing good too. So just like the English team, the national team. I'm glad they don't have that coach anymore. They have a, you know. I had to call my brother and say, "Look, England is playing, and you wouldn't believe you think it's they have like eight black guy on the field." I said, "Wow." Mm,
Yeah, I mean, you know, I used to like them having Rashford on the left, Saka on the right, and having
yeah,
Kane in the middle. You know, because Kane
yeah,
not pretty, you know. But one thing about the Brits, and I'm always admired this as well. You know, this Gary Lineker, Kane style, where the man they on the floor or dive with their head down boot level. You know, black
yeah.
man have a way wherein we know we want to walk the ball into the goal. You know, we not shoot on sight, apart from
That's right.
Drogba, but we weren't doing it. You know, so times are
Mm,
changing. Times are changing.
yeah. Mm.
Okay, so when you look at Jamaican football today, what are you seeing?
The thing I noticed, even not even today, but going way back then, if you notice, the Africans are doing well, and the Jamaicans are doing well because the Africans are more disciplined. and and that's what with Jamaica. Even with the Jamaican that come to Jamaica from England or wherever and come and play on the national team, some of them act like prima donnas, and that's why they can't really gel with the local guys. So that's what I. But I think most of the problem is really discipline.
Do you know you talk about this prima donna business? I think I think maybe the Africans have a better sense of who they are and where they're coming from,
Not all.
and maybe the Caribbeans have a style wherein when we've arrived, everybody must know we've arrived.
Yeah, it's the style of football that they play, and well, now they're learning to play like everybody else, really. You know, you don't try. You have the ball and you want to take on three guys, while you have some of the other 10 guys on the field. You don't pass the ball. Mm.
But it's to be seen in Jamaica is as a footballer, you have to do certain things to differentiate yourself, and maybe, um, and I noticed Jamaica adopts what we used to call in the in England in probably the 80s a continental style. It's a slower pace. You see Colombia, Argentina, and Brazil. I think you know, whatever you look at a team, there's some sort of an adaptation from somewhere. Where do these players get their style from? You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I figure Jamaica is more of a Brazilian, you know, because Jamaicans do like to look good on the ball and salad man and all them thing there. You know,
yeah,
yeah,
but but it's a team sport, so there's no way one guy can beat 11.
I agree. I
Mhm.
agree. But to make the team, because it's in the past, it used to be so hard to make team. Hey, a lot of curry favor going to team selection, you
Yeah,
know, especially
I
in
I, I
Jamaica, you
I
know.
I know that.
All right,
I've been through that.
so when you have to differentiate yourself, you have to do some things with the ball where you know that them man they can't do because you can't have them leave you out because you're a man similar, you know.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, when I was working in Kingston, I used to live in Hughenden, and there used to be a place right there they play football. Well, Washington, Mullins Road and Washington Boulevard. There's a park out there they play. So I went one evening to see if I could get but they didn't know me, so they put me another guy in an opposite team. So we decided to talk to each other, and we decided we're gonna play as a team. When the game finished, they want us to come and try out for the team.
see there? Just
Yeah,
because you figured out that you have to, you know what I mean? You can't play
yeah,
as
it's
an
a team.
individual. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Yeah, man.
it's a team thing. So you know,
So, why do you think there's a necessity for a lot of these national teams to have foreign coaches?
well,
England too, as you know.
yeah, I know, but especially in Jamaica, I think I always noticed for years the local players didn't actually have respect for the local coach, and that has been a problem in that time. But no, they gravitate to the foreign coach,
Why?
and I have no idea because they have to learn discipline or you play as a team. Yeah.
You know, when I look at the coach that you have now, the English guy there,
Uh,
and I look at the Jamaican coach, Tapper,
yeah.
and I look at the style, six of one, half a dozen the other. I could never tell you that the English coach that you have now is better than Tapper Whitmore. I couldn't tell you that.
Well, well, that's the problem. But the players would more listen to the foreign coach than they listen to the local coach, and that's what happened.
But I bet you any money the respect goes away when it comes to selection
Yeah.
of players and thing, and who get the harshest treatment. I think those are the things that makes the respect go away. And I think if you're a Jamaican coach, you can be tampered with, meaning the Jamaican officials in the Jamaica Football Association, politicians, whatever, may be able to be influencing who plays, and they may not be necessarily the best players. I'm just throwing it out there.
I don't think so. I think the uh, the national selectors always have problem with the local coach. They know who to play and who not to play, and also but the coach knows what he's doing.
Yep, yep, yep. All right.
When I
Well,
say when I say when I say national selectors, I'm talking the people you see voicing their opinion in the paper and on
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Facebook and all that.
The armchair man, them.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah, the armchair
Mm,
experts. Yes,
mm,
yes, yes.
mm,
Yeah,
mm.
man. Anyway, Mr. Locke, I'm glad you were able to give me a second look at the Trevor Locke, the football man. You know, so they called you
Yeah.
Pike, and that was it. And until this day, that's your name.
Yep. A lot of people know me as Pike. I don't know me as Trevor.
Okay, okay. Well, there you
Yeah.
go. Everybody
Yeah.
knows now. You know.
I give you one thing. Let me put this here. Our course team was good. We went to play the Manchester, the make a game. We were supposed to be playing Manchester. And when we went, they had the big team, the Dakar Cup team, playing our. We beat them. Our course team beat the Dakar Cup team.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
and what age was your Colts? 16? Under 16?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Now me I
Mm.
make sure I know the young Colts team, you know what I mean?
No, no, not that on the 14. The other 16 guys.
Okay, okay. Cool,
Um,
cool. Yeah, man.
yeah.
All right. So once again, Trevor, thank you again, man, yeah? And
Okay.
um and I'm gonna be finding out other things in your expertise that I can tackle you with, you know what I mean? but
All right.
one at a time, you know, is the first one, you know, about three call me get, you
Oh,
know.
really?
Yeah. First one was from Anton.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
saying
you
how
didn't
you
ask
used to
any more
admire
about him.
his
Yeah,
silky skills.
he didn't like it. But okay, when I was on the senior team, the Costa Cup team, Mr. Jackson was the coach, and well, of course, he said that he didn't when he decided what position I'm playing, then he picked the team to go around it because the only position I ever played for mine was goal. But another thing he used to do, because I was basically in the midfield, before the game, he put me aside and he tell me, what he wants and how we should do it. So I should backtrack to help the fullback at the time, or I used to take all the corners.
Wow.
So that's how it is. It's like the team runs through. Well, I wasn't the captain, but that's how we deal with it because of my position playing midfield.
Wow,
Mhm.
wow, wow. Oh man, that's nice, nice.
Yeah,
Cool. So what's the rest of the day for you, Sunday? What did you have? You have rice and peas and chicken, or did you have something different?
I'm gonna cook now. I'm gonna cook some salmon and some vegetable and things like that.
Oh, so you're not typical then. So soak peas and
No,
all them thing there.
sometimes I cook rice and peas, but stay away from rice really. I might maybe a couscous or quinoa or something like that.
What was that last one? Quinoa.
Yeah.
We never grew up eating things like that, Trevor. What happened to
No,
you?
but there's when you get to a certain age, you have to try to stay off certain things,
You're changing,
because
your
you
diet is
know,
becoming international.
huh?
Your diet is becoming international. The next thing you're going to
Well,
tell me you have
it's more
diabetes, so your blood pressure, all right.
it's more a health reason more than anything. So I might make more vegetable, and things like that. Mm.
If you keep this up, you may live to 120. So
Yeah.
let's hope you're budgeted for it, okay?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Locke.
Okay.
Thank you again, man. Thank you, thank you, thank
Okay.
you. All right,
Not a problem, man.
take
Take
it
care.
easy. All right, bye
All
bye.
right. Bye.